Judge Market Land last night is Slayton Struby from San Angelo, Texas. He has a beautiful tribe of girls that includes his wife, Brooke, and daughters Stradley, Berkeley, and Journey. He owns and operates Struby Livestock with his father. The business is focused on raising competitive fine wool and fine wool cross-show sheep, as well as buying and selling commercial sheep. Slayton had a successful collegiate judging career at Glenn College and Texas A&M University. He has had the privilege to judge local, state, and national shows across the country. Slayton and his family enjoy showing lambs and goats across Texas. They also find great joy in helping customers, other families, and people connected to the stock show community. The Struby family has experienced the wonderful opportunities and benefits of the Livestock Show program and looks forward to promoting, serving, and sharing this with others. Please put your hands together and welcome Slayton Struby.
Well, good morning. Looking forward to another day working with the young people, sorting through some breeding news. I know we're going to have some quality and a few things moving forward. Really nice class of youth to get started with. I think the young man's leads off quite handily. A youth that's maternal, life-built, functional, and still maintains balance and structure. And her advantages, I think, continue as she just comes in the ring and maintains her skeleton in motion. The white youth's nice. She's practical. She's bold-ribbed. Maybe not quite the quality and balance we find in the one in front of her. But if you will, as we get the day started, let's get these two nice.
Yearly and all other registered meat reviews, second place went to Haley Brandon of Phoenix, Arizona, and first, Maddox McAllister of Tonopah, Arizona. And right now is Class 2 Volume Lambs.
Well, a really impressive class, and I've really been that there's some heat in here, and I think that these are all very, very competitive in their own right, and have some unique features about them. Impressed with the way that they're presented, really fresh, taken care of so well. And I think there is just some minor differences in them because they just back off and look, but they're all very, very high quality. And so we got to make some decisions as we move forward, and I felt like I knew that leads off. We get her in the motion, and I think she kind of sets herself apart. She's so balanced and so coordinated in her skeleton. Young lady does an awesome job of getting her shown, and I just like the way that she handles herself in motion, balances tremendously well. I guess if I got a little critical of her, I'd say she probably has the most condition on her of the use, 3 years behind her. But I just think that that's just a very appropriate view in terms of being opened up in her skeleton, very, very functional, very balanced, and she just kind of puts herself onto another level to get her motion. I think the one that follows her most closely is the one in second in terms of just build and balance. Really reads awesome and true up to her front skeleton. I like the way her neck and shoulder are certainly better than the year in third and fourth. I like the balance and the proportionality, especially through her midrib and out her hip and hind leg comparatively. I think she's just a little bit more sensible in her body weight, and she gives up a little bit of swoop and maternal look to her rib and body comparatively, maybe a little bulk and power compared to some views on either side of her. That's her balance, and I like her skeleton. Second best, I think she's really nice to have there. You and third, a little bit more unique, a little more up and out there, a little more extension to her, really shapely back, and I like her muscle shape and hip design, maybe just a little bit better than you in front of her. When we get her into motion, she gets just a touch more fragile in her skeleton, a little bit too refined to her neck and front end. You can kind of see that in her footwork at the ground. A little bit more upright in her joints, and give a little curve over there. They're also nice and very attractive, using it very well. And I do think the view is forecasting advantages there structurally. I like her build and her base at the ground a little better than the view in front of her, and maybe even the movement has an advantage. But you though, that when we back off and take those last few steps back, I think it's a little bit more PC in her look as she's put together, put in her own right. I'm very, very visual. It's awfully competitive. Young lady's done a nice job with her, and those four are awfully good. We're going to round out with one that, in her own right is very practical and functional. She just doesn't have that look and quality of some of those views in front of her, but I think a useful use young man's done a nice job with it. So if you will, let's do those 5 or 6 and a nice round of applause, please.
Fall-born New Lambs, first place, Lacey Conlon. Of Paso Robles, California, second, Taylor McCulkey of Fallbrook, California, third, Hadley Broadwater, fourth, McKenna Clausen, and fifth, McLean Blackman. Entering now is Class 3 Spring Ewe Lambs. Following this will be the selection of your champion, all other registered meat reviews.
Or with the.
Well, another very impressive class, and I think this pair comes to the top pretty quickly. And there's some challenges obviously as we go through these breeds and we have the diversity in here. I think that does make it a little bit of a challenge, but I think those two breeds are both very, very good. There's a little bit more than I think both are a little bit more than outfit, a little bit than use as wins, and then he's still. I think as I kind of zeroed in the last little bit, is there a function here? I think it's really chest, really big, and flare out of the hip, and can handle herself very well. Use this on the front side, but I can work and balance and just use a nice place to begin. Now, this here in seconds off the rib, and for her breed and for her type, she's very, very impressive to have that kind of body width and stoutness and way she opens up her skeleton. Yet she's extended enough, but very representative of a good frame size, a functional look, a practical look. Very good. I think the struggle, the challenge is going across those breeds and what they stand for, but those two are very good. And I like that one awfully well. The unit comes in third, obviously a really cool color pattern to her, and I like her work on the side, probably better than we do when we get her in motion. Stout looking, still balance is pretty good. Get her in motion, she wants to come apart a little bit in the skeleton, get a little tight in the top line, a little tight in the hip structure, a little up in the flank. We change her and redesign her a little bit. A moderate stage who comes in fourth, like her balance, like her quality, gets a little bit more refined, maybe a little quicker in the maturity pattern, a little shorter in the hip. We can change her and lengthen her out there. We round out our top five with another more moderate frame, practical body type, wide skeleton. We just redesign her structure, lengthen her out, give her a little bit more length to stride. It's a nice and easy as we round out this class. Very competitive group. Let's give them a hand as we go. Second, Avery Walker, Eastwood, Texas. Third, Rosemary Owen. Fourth, Brady Galindo. Fifth, Reese Swan. Sixth, Kaylee Cameron. Seventh, Taylor Collier. Eighth, Cassie Rossi. And ninth, Kaylee Brandon. Congratulations. Well, a really strong division to get us started, and then I'll keep things moving. There's a couple of them out here that really stand out. These last two classes especially, just packed full of quality, have some depth of numbers and some views in there that really represent the kind of females that I think work in terms of being functional and wide made and stuff balance. And this is one that is really putting together with that kind of elite look when we get it in motion. And this one, out of this middle class, is pretty hard to pick out. Quite a bit. Reserve, I think it does get close, so there's one that follows her, same kind of build, same kind of look, as young man as you out of the last class to do those. Well, a really strong pair of Middleweight that did line the things off really well. Both of them are fitted and presented very good, and I think there's some differences in them. To me, I see the older years maybe a little style feature, a little bit more appropriate in the angles of the skeleton. Obviously, she's a little bit more mature, but I also see a little bit more width of skeleton to her, and I like her balance. She gets better. We see a little bit more extension, a little more elevation in the younger year, and maybe a little more feminine feature and quality to her. But two very, very nice shoes and very competitive. We use the older user team, we use the younger user crews that are just sitting around the ball.
Congratulations to your champion in the Columbia, Cordell, and Lynn Ladies Division and Reserve with the Avery Walton of Cisco, Texas. In the ring now is Class 2 Dorset All UNS.
Moving to the next division, and I think this is one that leads off is really elite and look and balance. Really, I think her advantage is just proportionality, the way that she fits together, wider constructed, bigger in the rib cage, bigger in the rump structure, and then all that just fits together and hinges, and she gets into motion and really balanced, good looking female that gets a lot of place. Again, not taking anything away from me, it's going to be second. A little bit more extension and elevation to her. With that, she maybe sacrifices a touch of width underneath, a little bit of power and stoutness is really a critical part of the body. A very good pair of D-Lance. Congratulations to both of you.
Riley and Daisy, your Class 3 ewes are going into the ring. Riley and Daisy, your Class 3 Dorset ewes are going into the ring. This is your second call for Class 2 and 3 of the Hampshire Suffolk Ewe Division. Class 3 Spring Dorset ewe lambs, following this will be the selection of your champion and reserve Dorset ewe.
Exceptional class of Dorset females, and I think these top three are really nice and in balance and have a lot of quality to love with. I thought that the place to begin was with the one that had a little extra underneath. The Scout is sweet for you, the trio, the one that opens up the best, coming after you, going away from you. You know, when we get her stuck there on the side, I think that's a great look of balance and quality. The ewe-lamb that is up front, it's really elegant, still has plenty of width and stoutness. Again, her advantage to me is coming and going. To put her in motion, I like the extra width and the stoutness that she maintains. A really attractive view that comes in second, and I think she is awfully good. I love her levelness of spine. I love her head and neck carriage. I like her balance and symmetry. I just think she gives up a little bit underneath in terms of stoutness and with the skeleton. When he goes away from you, just not quite as stout as that ewe-lamb in second, but a really good one to have there as well. The ewe-lamb that comes in third, the most extended, she's the biggest outline. I like those things about her. Gives up again a little bit, flattens a little bit in her rib cage, flattens a little bit in her rump structure, a little narrow on the ground, not quite as coordinated in movement. I'm going to go to a fourth ewe-lamb that is a more moderate frame. Like her rib cage, like her body, her flank there. Maybe the meat gets a little extra condition, a little plainer in her look, a little bit more nondescript as you see her and she goes away from you and changes out about it. The ewe-lamb that's going to be fifth is one much the same way. Moderate frame, has some width of skeleton to her, just loses a little balance and skeletal coordination. They're an awfully nice class of Dorset females just going around the fall.
Abby Cortez of Meridian, Idaho. Second, Callie Simpson of Wheeler, Arizona. Third, Jen Schmeets. Fourth, Daisy Reed. Fifth, Reese Warren. Sixth, Madison Branch. And seventh, Lynn Yancey. Entering now is the selection of the champion reserve Dorset ewe-lamb. Following this will be the Hampshire Suffolk division.
Well, certainly been impressed with the Dorset females we brought in here and lots of quality. And we kind of narrow down and pick us a couple of strategic reserves. I think what comes to mind for me is as the ewes came in the ring and the way they function and move and balance. I'm not one to really get up on them and handle them compare muscles to muscles, but balance and quality the way they're built. And there is one that sticks out. This young lady out in this class, I think maybe gets a little closer to reserve. We got a bigger unit that's really opened up, and she's got a lot of shape to her and dimension. And then we got a smaller unit that's really elite looking and probably moves out a little better, maybe a little bit more appropriate to the angles of her skeleton. So I think it makes it close. Probably feel more comfortable with the one that just comes in the ring and has that extra presence as somebody who's going to do it.
Dorset U, Maddie Cortez of Moravian, Idaho, in reserve, Kelly Simpson of Eager, Arizona. The champion is leading here with a rosette, a $250 premium, and a $150 gift certificate, courtesy of Sullivan Supply. Entering now are your quality lambs in your Hampshire Suffolk division.
Really a nice trio as we move into the next division, and I really mean that for all three of you. So very, very competitive, presented well, really fresh in the look, and the other people do a great job of getting shown and presented. I felt like the view that we lead off with is kind of a combination of having some extra extension and length of body, but yet opened up enough in the skeleton, moves out good. Really attractive, high quality female that puts together both of those things, I think, to a high degree. You might expect it to give us a most moderate look at the three. Really like the way she opens up with the mid rib. Really like the rump, the hip, and kind of leg shape. You like the crazy just is a little bit more compact, a little tighter in motion, not quite as free. Didn't get her neck and spine out to go. Quite like the U-line that we let off with, but a nice win without second nonetheless. The U-line that's going to be third is the biggest and the most extended. I like those things about her. U-line is fresh. Gives you a nice look down her spine and top line. Of the three, just maybe just a little bit more vertical, a little bit more upright in the joints, a little narrower, coming and going. But being critical of U-Land that's presented well, shown great, and that's an awesome trio of U-Lands. Let's congratulate all three of them. Great job.
Quality lambs. First place, Colby Galindo of Calipatria, California. Second, Brady Galindo of Calipatria, California. And third, Molly Oakley. Congratulations. In the ring now is Spring Ewe Lambs in the Hampshire Suffolk division. Following this will be the selection of your champion.
a very, very impressive class of females, lots of quality in here again. And I think when we got down to this top trio, it takes a moment to kind of step back and look at each one of them, because they're all females that I think are really impressive, really unique, lots of quality. And as we start moving forward, I just felt like this big stout here is still the most problem-free ewe lamb that is really got some horsepower in terms of width of skeleton, boldness in her rib cage, and you just get behind her, leader just up to her blade and to her midrib and back to her hip, and just maintains so much power that, yet to me, what looks like a female is that she's that stout, she can get out of the ring and move and has some function and build to her. And I think again that kind of labels her the one that puts it all together. Really stout, functional, eternal looking female that does a lot of things awfully well. The one in second is really cool to look at. You're getting her there stuck on the side view, and she's going to give you probably the best look up to her head and neck and front end. Really tall shoulders, really level design. Man, this one is dialed in. I mean, she is very fresh. She's really great. Love her skin, love her freshness and her look. But I think being critical maybe when we get her into motion, to me she just puts a little straight in her shoulder and front end. Can't quite get it together as good. And maybe just compared to use on either side of her, doesn't quite have that openness to her skeleton. But I thought, man, that is a really looking, very attractive female, and her look and her quality is what gets her to where she's at. Now, the one in third, I think, can handle some competition. She's awfully impressive. And again, she builds out wider in her skeleton, more similar to the ewe lamb that we let off with, more opened up in the chest and rib and in her hip. Today, to me, she probably doesn't blend and balance as good. Just a little bumpy in her top line, maybe not quite as good in her flank and underline. Gets a little straighter in her hip and hind leg. But that's being awfully critical. Three really good ewe lambs that are shown and presented very well, and I think awfully good at their own right. The ewe lamb that's going to be fourth, like her width, like her stoutness, her boldness. To me, gets a little more PC in her look and balance, a little straighter up front, doesn't blend and function quite as good out of her hip and hind leg. Gonna round out our top five in a muscular ewe lamb that has plenty of dimension to her. To me, just a little rounder in her shape, a little rougher in her front end. Doesn't fit together and look as smooth and as feminine and maternal as those ones in front of her. But an awfully good set of ewe lambs. Just give them a hand if you want to. Third City, Kansas. Second, William Freeman, Davis, Oklahoma. Third, Bella Tim. Fourth, Addison Roberts. Fifth, Jacob Lear. Sixth, Ivy Ann Mace. Seventh, Valley Yossi. Eighth, Wiley Howard. 9th and 10th goes with the Lily Park. Congratulations. In the ring now is the selection of the champion Hampshire Suffolk Youth. Classes of females, and really if we reflect on the depth of those classes, I just think lots of quality, lots of really good ewes to bring out here, and some good representatives in front of us as well. I think to me, when we kind of come down to picking the two, there's a pair of them that are just a little bit more out there, and not in a way that is as excessive for a female, but I think it's in a lead way, in a way of quality, having a little extra width and function. So these two ewes out of the last class that we are taking very seriously. you can't be sprout and wide and bold and thick, and does a lot of things from that standpoint also well. You might have to maybe a little out there in terms of the conditions of the nice one nonetheless. Congratulations to that young man. Good dude. Congratulations.
Congratulations to your champion Hampshire 72 went to Hayden Kestner of Bird City, Kansas, and your reserve went to Billy and Keenan of Davis, Oklahoma. In the last class, your single in the division and your champion natural colored wool ewe went to Lane Naturally of Central Point, Oregon. Now in the main is Class 2 Fall Southdown ewe.
Solid group of Southdown Newlands, and I think this pair kind of moved their way to the front pretty quickly. Used to not only have more extension, but also have more width. And then of that pair, I like the Newland to lead off with, just from a balance standpoint. We get off on those knees, and I like her head and neck, the way their shoulders sets in their body, spine lays in just a little bit more appropriate with that. She's got a little more length of body and extension. We get her out in motion, a little more reach off both ends of her skeleton. We let them really balance as well. We can tone them both down a little bit from a condition standpoint, but I think that new lamb fits together, hits my eye with a little bit more quality and structural build and integrity. We'll get her in motion and on the side, and that's where I put my emphasis. I like the new lamb in second. On the approach, we get up on her, and I think she opens up a little better in the middle part of her rib cage. Tremendous amount of shape on the upper part of her skeleton. To me, you lose a little bit of balance. She wants to flatten a little bit, her rump narrow up just a little bit when she goes away from you. Changes and deviates a little bit when we get her in motion in terms of front to back and the way she maintains her spine and skeleton. It was very nice to see those two sit up on the top there pretty quickly. From there, I like the Newland that comes next, just from a standpoint of being balanced, a little bit smaller frame kind of Newland. That's one that still kind of maintains balance in her chest and her flank, in her spine. Just gives up a little bit of extension, a little growth of those Newlands in front of her. A Newland that at times wants to get a little tighter in her flank, a little tighter in her hip and hind leg as well. We got a bigger extended Newland forward, one that's really level in her spine. She wants to flatten just a little bit and then again get a little narrow under the ears. Gives her a little bit more horsepower to her skeletal structure and build, I think we can advance it up a little bit. The new land that's going to round out our top 5 has got some features, some soundness to it. Maybe we could change her a little bit from a maturity pattern standpoint, trim her up in the condition a little bit, get a little bit more space and nice and ready to have it fit. Round out our top, round out the 6 with one that's got some design to it. She sacrifices too much grip underneath. Got a very nice class, soft out, let's get on the hand.
All South Downey lambs. First place comes to Quincy Smith of Troy, Idaho. Second, Avery Ferrari of King City, California. Third, Sid Ford. Fourth, Grace Strait. Fifth, Callie Marcy. And sixth, Reagan Roby. Congratulations. And the ring now is Class 3. Southdown Spring New Lambs. Following this will be the selection of your champion, registered Southdown ewe, and following that will be the selection of your overall champion registered ewe.
Another really strong class of Southbound Elands, and I think this trio kind of comes to the top pretty quick. Of which the young man Eland we lead off with is a logical place to begin. He's a class leader in terms of every area. Not only is he the most extended and the best in motion, he's also the stoutest in the ground, the widest coming and going. Really a great look of balance. You get up on him, there's plenty of shade in the position. Really like the way he's simple to put together. Very, very unique female to start and get off with. Congratulations to him on having one that's presented well, shown well, and looks the part. I think the question and the debate is between 2 and 3. Both really nice lands, and I don't know if there's a give and take. I go for the added extension, the extra stout look at the ground, and the one that's in second. Really like her feature, her width, the way that she pulls apart the skeleton, and then just her extra look at extension. The other motion, I think, she can come apart just a little bit, look a little different out of her hip, and that's where probably that change there, redesigning and connecting a little different from flank and loin. And I prefer the U.S. and third better there. I like her even better when we gear and both, and she kind of the way she maintains the levelness. She puts her underline together, looks a little better out of her hip and hind leg than even the one in second. To me, she's just a touch narrow as a flatter underneath, a little bit more refined in the look, and I think that's what makes that a close pair. The 2 nice lands there, 2 and 3. We go for a bigger, more extended, really level design. We have in 4. I like her look and the outline. It's a little narrower, a little flatter, a little bit more closed up underneath compared to the one in the front there. That's really fits her. Got a stout, constructed, more moderate frame one that's going to be fit. One that's really practical in terms of the rib cage and time. Just gets a little plainer, a little flatter, the muscle a little narrower, constructed when you set it behind it, doesn't balance and work as good as those ones in front of it, and that's what's so good. They're a very nice class. Congratulations, each one of them is good one again. Third, Katie Cotto. Fourth, Elizabeth Blackstone. Fifth, Rosamund Viola. Sixth, Logan Dunlap. Seventh, Paige Anderson. Eighth, Remington Stevens. And ninth, Eli Blackman. And the right now is a selection of your champions half down, following this is a selection of your overall registered breeding. Southbound division, we bring them back out here, and I think there's some competition, of which I think there's a pair of lands that kind of just come in the ring and maybe set themselves apart in that extra look at quality, the way they're built, the way they're constructed. It's a little bit more legion in the way that they put themselves together. That's what we landed on this last year, this last class. Put them around the fall, so we can registered shop technically every pool. Taylor, Iowa, Amber Reserve. Eastland, Etheridge, Atlantic South. In the ring now is the selection of your champion overall registered and following this will be the start of your other championship. Moving, awesome breeding news show. Really enjoyed working through them. Really impressed with the quality. I don't know if I was really got expectations, but as we worked our way through these first couple divisions, I knew that things were heating up quick, lots of quality. Able to find females that were able to put together that extra rib skeleton and then kind of put that. The ones that I think really come out here and exemplify when they come in the ring, that extra quality, that look, that build, that presence, and still maintain those things that a female should, like we're all looking for. And so ultimately, when it comes down to it, I think it gets pretty tight, but I think there's a couple as we work our way forward to do that to a high degree, and we'll go out and pick a 1 through 5 order, if you will. Congratulate them with me, give them a nice hand. I'll show you the 5 I like. We're all excited to jump into the commercial U division, a big class as we get things kicked off. There's some differences in them, and I think the main thing is some dudes that are quite a ways from where they need to be in terms of flesh and condition, so that makes it a little bit of a challenge. But we do have some quality to work with on the top end. I think a pair of ewe lambs that can get out and move and have some differences in them, both in size and extension in the way that they're built. I probably like the ewe lamb to lead off with just better from a standpoint of blend in the way that she balances together when we get her set up. Really got a nice shape to her, really fresh in her look. Ewe lamb, when we get her in motion, that's probably where I change her a little bit. It's a little more vertical, a little straighter off both ends. We get drop her down on her flank and enhancing her body width a little bit. That's where I like the more modern frame in the second. A little older, a little square, a little more opened up in her skeleton. I like the angle of her back leg a little better. When we get her in motion, she wants to come apart a little bit. Have a harder time reading her balance. Sometimes that extra free wool and stuff, things don't maybe fit together. I think my eye thought is good, but I think a nice pair of ewe lambs that represent quality. We got a ewe lamb that comes in third, and she goes there from the standpoint of width. She's more opened up than ewe lambs behind her. Still has some freshness up in. Does a nice job of getting her shown. It means her quality look compared to this two in front of her. Ewe lamb that's going to be more kind of working her way up is because she's got to go up to her. So you can just open her up in her skeleton, drop her down to her flank, and then maybe move up this bottom. So we're going to round out our top five with ewe lamb. It's really long and has some strength to it. Just narrows up a little bit underneath the skeleton. Too much for me. A little straighter, a little bit more restricted, but from a quality standpoint, let's just search your way up in the top five. Congratulations, nice class. As we get started, let's give them a hand if you will, please.
Final call, highway top.
for a nice class of moves. A challenging class to sort through. I think this top 5 is really competitive, but I think it's really close. It's a differences in the way that they balance, the way they move, the way they put together skill as it's called the movement. The new land that I ended up leading off with, I moved up a couple spots higher just because I like the build and I like the balance. Getting behind her, I think she really reached medium and true in terms of her body shape. That hit behind that structure, I like those things about it. Really a new land that's got some character, some quality, some balance, some features. At times you get her emotion, she gets a little uncoordinated out of the front end, but she's probably the most consistent one of the after the lead and getting on the side. And I like to think about it. You landed comes in second, it's really unique looking. You probably grew on me a little bit more as we went on. Really like the front structure, front assembly, and the shoulders good. Just a little tighter in front, a little flatter in the rump, but you end up good balance, but it's really good. But exactly what you land in third is just a balance standpoint, or quality standpoint, high-handed, really level, really up-fronted. To me, at times, the more you study her, I think she just gets a little flatter, maybe a little one-dimensional in her body and muscles, and her hip structure and things out about it. Certainly high quality, presented good, shown good, and she certainly belongs up there on the top end of consideration. Like the blue you land in that fourth, one that's really stepped up good through the middle part of her rib cage. Nice in the top line. To me, it's a little different. I think the high neck structure and things out about it. The new lane that I think is certainly good and very competitive up here. The new lane that fit, really heavy structure, big footing, moves out wide. To me, at times, she's the most inconsistent to look in terms of balance. She's a little rounder in her hip, a little forward her shoulder, changes her body line just a little bit as we see her coming and going. But a very nice class. We're talking about this one through. Lots of quality. Congratulations to the team on being the crew. Another really strong class of females. I felt like this trio kind of came to the top pretty quick, and really these 5 lambs are out for good. We have some as we work down here that, just a few little minor things that people from being up in the top 5. I'll try to explain as these 3 kind of came to the top where they break out for me and where I put my priorities. Really, I think a lot of it kind of comes down to just how they come and go in terms of with the skeleton. This Blue lamb for me is the most consistent, coming right at you. She opens up wider for her chest and spreads out bigger and squarer in the middle part of her body. Then if you really get in behind this trio of Blue lambs, she's the most opened up in her rump. She's the truest down to the ground. To get them in motion, she's the most athletic. She's the most flexible. I like her with the skeleton, her width of the ground, the way she maintains that. Really comfortable, athletic in motion. Again, just stouter, more opened up than the 2 behind her. I really like the one in second just from a balance standpoint. She's really just very solid. You know, just got enough muscle when you get on her. You back off and look at her. She's really fresh. She's really balanced, really put together nice. I think when we get them the last couple times and ask them to go, she gets a little bit more upright in her joints, a little narrower coming and going underneath, and you can see it underneath the rib cage and the middle part of her body. She just doesn't quite have what the one in front of her did, but a really high quality, really solid lamb got in second. The one that's the most out there in her look is the one in third, one that's got that extra length of body, that extra extension, and for some, that shallow looks maybe what puts them over the top. To me, I question if there's just really enough to her. She gets a little more fragile and refined in her head and neck, a little more fragile looking in her rib cage and then her surface. I like to stout her up. I like to condense her, open her up in her skeleton a little bit, especially in the middle part of her rib. A unique looking one, presented great, shown good, certainly contends up on the top end. That's how I sort my priorities on those 3 awfully competitive trio up on the top. Lamb that comes forth, I like her for added with the skeleton. Really opens up a little better than the one that even the second place Lamb. I like that about her. Really opened up in her rib cage. To me, she doesn't quite match from a balance standpoint. You can stout her up at the ground compared to what she has up high. She too gets a little fragile. You get her motion, gets a little upright in her joints. Just not quite as athletic looking. I like the Lamb in 5th. Probably better stuff when we get her in motion. Really fresh in her look, really muscular, really bold. I like her center body shape. I like her proportionality from chest to length. To get her into motion, she has a greater neck forward, swing her shoulder blade around, get a little tighter in her hip and hind leg. Especially with that top 5, she's the most concerned when we get her in motion. But a very good competitive class. I hope you super good, shown well. Congratulations.
Tension in the barn. Covington, Indiana. Second place, Whitney Science, Covington, Indiana. Third, Scotty Solar. Fourth, Emily Ballinger. Fifth, Ella Bernsky. Sixth, Fallon Hawkins. Seventh, Paisley Anderson. Eighth, Lacey Conlon. Ninth, Adele Simpson, and 10th, Abby Coleman. And right now is the selection of the Division 1 Weather Review.
division, had some big classes, and I think as we kind of progressed through weight, the quality has kind of just been driven in there, and got a little super up on the front of those classes. And so, with that said, I think there's a couple of blends out here that really kind of put together what we just talked about on those last couple classes. We're going to go ahead and stick with this heavy straight blend that you're changing. We're going to follow with the lady second to reserve. We're going to middleweight, she's going to be third. We're going to follow with our second place middleweight for sure, and our lightweight for fifth. I'll give them a round of applause. Very close to getting it.
Division 1 Weather Dam 2. Wind Sun at Covington, Indiana. In the reserve, Avery Sun at Covington, Indiana. Hopkins. From Redding, California. Fourth, True Sun at Covington, Indiana. And fifth, Rick Barnes of Lake City, Texas. In the ring now is Class 4 Weather Dam Use.
really nice class of females. A fun one to sort through, and I felt like a lot of quality, a lot of depth, even as we work down into these top 10. But as we move to the front of the class, and I felt like there were some females who could really get out and move around the ring and have some confidence and some balance and some quality, of which I thought these two females, even as they came in the ring, identified as being ones that have a little extra width to accompany that balance and that correctness and skeleton. And then one to get off with, I think this took me on another level in the way that she really comes at you and goes away from you. I think that's her advantage. Specifically on the U-land the second is coming right after. She's a little square at the base of her chest, down near the knee. She can position her neck back up on her shoulder better as they go away from you. I like her squareness, her width all the way down to the ground. And then she's got a little extra white features just to top off that quality. Really level and motion, opened up, a really nice U-land again. Makes for a good pair because the one in second really is just a solid female. She's one that balances good. There's a lot of strength in the mission to it. Opens up good in the rib cage. Really smooth, really balanced. Again, I think when we go in mode, once you just close up the tick through her chest comparatively, not quite as good. The angle of her neck and shoulder set as one to lead off with. And not athletic and stout and work and set up a different kind of level when you get off with. That's an awful good pair of U-land. But I think quite keen to be on the first two spots for the class. Now the one in third is awesome features. You just love her skeleton, you like her look, and some quality things about her. Cool-headed, great feet and bone, cranky around the ring, very cool. Is there enough there in terms of width? Is there enough there in terms of muscularity and stout that she goes away from it? A great breeding piece. I think when you've got two lanes in there that can move as good as her and have a little extra width and maintain that all the way front to back, I think she's great. Showing well and doing great. Awesome feature to her. The one that comes in fourth is cool looking as well. She's one that really is level designed, heads up. Like those things about it. She again closes up just a little bit in her lower skeleton, just a little straight in her behind leg. We just don't have that comfort, that flexibility, athleticism, and width that we have in those top two, but a really nice to be fourth. Really just got a real basic again to be fifth. Checks out good in terms of width and condition. The way she opens up in her skeleton good, still moves good. I don't think she's quite as elite. Just a touch more behind in her neck and down at the ground comparatively, but a very good U-land. Awesome class, if you will. Let's give them a hand.
The results for Class 4 weightlifting meet first place, Dorset, Wacom, Iowa. Second, Mackenzie Roll, Dale, Iowa. Third, Avery Watson. Fourth, Ty Jones. Fifth, Tracy Nichols. Sixth, Madison Williams. Seventh, Cooper Taylor. Eighth, Brady Callahan. Ninth, Hayden Geist. And 10th, Bailey Trujillo. And right now is Class 5 level band boots.
exceptional class. I feel like the quality just keeps turning up. As I come back to this top tier, which I just felt outside, I feel like we even have more strength right here. It's going to be good games that maybe just don't again put it together as a lead or was organized with balance. And some of these up on the top end, they're really good lambs in their own right. And in previous classes, we'll certainly been in the top three. But we get in here and as these three come in the ring, it's pretty easy to find, pretty easy to identify. Even the fourth and fifth, some really good D-lanes, but these three in particular kind of came to mind pretty quickly as they hit the ring. And there's some differences in them. Obviously, we have one color or whatever, but we have some difference in skeleton and muscle. And I think ultimately, when we put it all together, I kept coming back to this one. She was the one that hit me really hard coming in the ring, and she's just a really good combination of being opened up and muscular and stout. It has that extra extension and really a lot of quality. Back off and look at her. We put her in motion. She's really accurate. Comes and goes true, flexible, again, athletic and stout. Puts it all together in a really good package. That's off the head. One that comes in second, she's going to stand up and just be a little taller statured, and you like that about her. Really got a great look to her. Equally stout at the ground, maybe not as opened up as her skeleton is used on either side of her. Not as big and broad on the back side of her skeleton or from behind. But she's really got a tall frame, really paternal look to her, good look to her rib cage. And I think ultimately, I had to decide was there enough there. And I think certainly there is to be in the top three. Maybe just doesn't open up quite like the that we let off with, and I think that kind of changes her blended balance in the middle part of her body. Now, one and third, she is the most opened up of those three, just in terms of getting right on top of one. That's the biggest, broadest back one we've seen all day. Tremendous rib cage, really opened up in her hip. And so I think that makes it a little bit of a challenge for her to match that underneath comparatively. Lamb that probably isn't as wide at the ground, maybe not as stout features comparatively, gets a little bit more refined in her neck, so that balance kind of throws off a little bit with all her extra bulk, but she still does it great. That Lamb can handle a lot of competition. She's got in a division where you had some similarly colored boys should be hard to handle in here. She's all you want. That's how I see them. That's how it splits out in terms of balance and structure and where it's built. And I think she's one that certainly is often unique, but comparatively we can see just a little bit there. A nice lamb that comes in fourth, really extended, really level, a high quality lamb. To me, it's a little up in her flank and a little off in her underline compared to those ones in front of her. Not as good in her top line, maybe not as opened up right to the bottom part of the skeleton. We got one as fifth, and at times you catch her on the side. We really like some things about her. I think she puts it together better when she's stuck in the motion. She separates a little bit in the back, separates a little in her hip and really a little straighter in her hind leg comparatively, but a very nice lamb, presented and shown well. Off to a good class. Let's give them a hand again. Congratulations.
Zerlock of Roseburg, Oregon. Second, Claire Marietta of Stanfield, Arizona. Third, Kashner Arnold. Fourth, Megan Chapman. Fifth, Ace Johnson. Sixth, Gregory Sapp. Seventh, Ty Hawkins. Eighth, Emily Schillingberg. Ninth, Allie Muniz. 10th, Lexia Munson. Congratulations. Entering now is Class 6. Following this will be the selection of your Division II champion.
straightforward as a couple of the others, and maybe not quite the depth that we saw in the last class, but we got some nice ewe lambs to bring up on the top of on the front and work with. And I felt like this ewe lamb that really kind of how out there, move them around, get up on them. She's a nice combination. Again, just being stout and opened up, really got a nice turn to her rib cage and really attractive set to her hip and hind leg. You land that at time once you maybe get a little separated, have a little extra hip the body when we get her in motion. A little uncoordinated when we get her going, but I think she's more than acceptable there. Again, a good combination of being stout and muscular and still can really get out and go and give us some quality butts. Ewe that comes in second, I think her best look is in motion. Really attractive, a nice built ewe that's heads up, level design, got a good set of front legs underneath her. At times looks like just feel a little flatter, a little bit more one-dimensional in her body, a little flatter in her rump. We could just expand her there, but no way he does a real good job of handling a very attractive ewe getting her out on the lead and seeing some quality in her. I like the ewe in third. I like her that she's just a little bit more modern, a little more opened up in her rib cage, but at times with that, she gets a little separated, just comes unfolded in her structure, probably even more so than the ewe on either side of her. But I like her extra width of skeleton, and I like her shape of rump. I like her width of the ground. We just maybe redesign the structure there when we get her in motion. Ewe in fourth is one that you like set up, really level, got a great shape to her. A ewe that still sets at the ground nice. She didn't really want to cooperate very good and move today, but it's still stopping her up a little bit. It's a little bit more refined in her head and neck. It's a little more refined at the ground. Maybe we can just make her move out. Look, a nice lamb that's fifth, one that's a little harder to see today. Really aggressive, really muscular in shape. Probably appreciate her more when you just get up on her instead of her on a three-quarter view. Just being able to back off of her. I don't know if it's her skin or what's going on with her today. She just doesn't look as correct. It takes away from her presence today. I don't think she probably gets you with the nice unit, really competitive class again. Let's give them a round of applause. Well, we keep things moving a really strong second division. I mentioned as we kept moving up in the weight, I feel like these classes have just brought more depth and uniformity. So we're able to get some representatives out here, both on the front line and those second places that are all throughout the good. Shooting suit me extremely well, coming to the ring, opens up wide, underneath, move, and have that athletic look to them. There's 2 or 3 of them out here that kind of stand out. It gets a little tougher as we work down the line, but we got to pick a top 5. So, if you will, congratulate Division 2 winners, and I'll go through the order, Division 1 through 5.
First place, Lacey. Congratulations.
Why?
Lacey Zerбach of Roseland, Oregon. Reserve, Delton of Akron, Iowa. Third, Claire Marietta, Stanfield, Arizona. Fourth, Mackenzie Rule of Hayward, Iowa. Fifth, Haley Bird of Akron, Iowa. Congratulations. Haley Bird of Akron, Iowa. Second, Reese Eller of Fairbury, Nebraska. Third, Lillian Walter. Fourth, Madison Moncho. Fifth, Jameson Scott. Sixth, Drew Powell. Seventh, Emily Schillenberg. Eighth, Lexia Munson. Ninth, Adele Simpson. And 10th, Stephen Milpaper.
Give some dimension to them. Maybe can't handle their skills and what is good as well. Really kind of like the top end. I've really seen some of these that really got a lot of strength and dimension to them, but being structure, take us a little bit. And that's where I think this man kind of leads off this class. When she comes in the ring, she sets a tone and really just brings out so athletic. The presence, really to get out and go really comfortably. She's not the most muscular, not the most overhead, although she has plenty. I think everything is quality balance. Does that really good. It's really neat. The one that comes in second probably has a little bit more to her in the way that she opens up her chest and her midrib, really big and stout out of her hips. And many times this wants to come unfolded a little bit. Her top line doesn't move out, quite as athletic. Maybe square period. I like that personality of Blake, but at times it doesn't look quite as athletic. It's looking as likely off there. Solid, really fundamentally correct when you have a second. The one that comes in third is a little more out there in terms of elevation and extension. It's got some neat pieces to it, really muscular high. Gets a little flatter as we come back to her flank, to her rib, a little flatter in her lower leg, and stifle, really rolling away from you, and change it there. All real practical kind of land a little bit more moderate frame, to like her body, like her fill, like her flank, like we mentioned, extra stout at the ground. Just a little plainer looking, a little plainer in her skin, a little plainer over a woman's hip. Doesn't quite have the quality of something up in front of her. We have her top side of the blue leg, it's built out of the ground, nothing is all muscular. It comes in a few more pieces. It's a little shorter neck, a little shorter in the rump. It doesn't balance and look as good. Really nice class. It's really good if you look please.
Central of Waveland, Indiana. Second, Tennessee Girl, Redwood Valley, California. Third, McKenna Foster. Fourth, William Waldorf. Fifth, Hyatt Kern. Sixth, Donnie Beaver. Seventh, Lillian Keenan. Eighth, Jared McKean. Ninth, Kate Harvey. And 10th, Tessa Mortensen. And the ring now is Class 8.
for another one of these classes where we just have a lot of depth, a lot of quality. My compliments to exhibitors and families for bringing an outstanding set of females that are just presented at a high level and fitted and shown and taken care of very, very well. And this class is one of those classes that shows that to a great deal. I thought there was top five that came together, kept moving our way toward these team wins. Again, I mentioned it before, but when ones like this hit the ring, I kind of knew this is where we ended up, this pair. And they're a little different in kind, and I think they're both very, very good. The differences I see is you land to lead off with, just probably comes and goes as the career will open up in terms of different skeleton, open up a little better in the ring case. Definitely leads you an advantage just in terms of openness out of her hip and advantage down to the ground. Really stout, really powerful. Yet she maintains herself good in motion as possible. Still got enough extension balance is really good. She does just have the advantage of width and dimension to her, and again, still handles herself really well. I like the U-Land in second. She does an outstanding job of getting herself presented on the side just in terms of match carriage, head set. A little better than U-Land that we lead off with in that regard. Really level down our top line. Got a nice underline to her. To me, this gets a touch flatter, a little bit narrower coming out to closes up at the ground comparatively than a really compared U-Land. I think there's some give and take in 3 and 4. I like the one that's just a little bit more extended, really good at the ground and moves out good. To me, probably when we get critical of her, a little too the whole body, we can just tilt her up just a little bit, get her blade set back into her body, just bring her forward. It's still a really nice, high-quality U-Land that's presented good. The blue one's really stout. One of the most moderate ones of our top 5 and 6. Really wide-chested, really dense in terms of muscle shape and power. Yeah, but at the same time, I think that takes away from the look of those top 5. She looks a little too conventional, a little too compact, maybe a little rounder in the look. We can extend her out just a little bit, but an awful nice U-Land that's very good in her own right. We're going to round out our top 5 with a young man that's got a U-Land that's really extended, really level, really attractive, good features. Just doesn't have the width and stoutness of those 4 in front of her. Just gives up a little too much in that regard, but not for good U-Land nonetheless. Congratulations on a great class. It's going to be in the field.
Bowers of Belmont, Wisconsin. Second, Landon Julie of Silver Lake, Indiana. Third, Audrey County. Fourth, Caitlin Etheridge. Fifth, Alan Morris. Sixth, Chandler Crow. Seventh, Haley Gap. Eighth, Reed Kinghorn. Ninth, Aiden Middleton. And 10th, Halsey Middleton. In the ring now is Class 9. Following this will be the selection of your Division 3 Weatherman U, and following that will be the selection of your overall Weatherman.
Well, we ended on a really strong class. I thought the top five was awfully competitive. Lots of different things you can do, and I think they present themselves in different ways. As we move up in the tree, I think that does become an issue maybe in the kind of the middle of the class. Some of these dudes, again, they've got plenty of muscle, carrying a little bit more condition, maybe affects the way they move and they look and present themselves today. I've said it before when I've done weather shows, when new lambs start taking on maturity, it just really changes their look, and so that can be a little bit of a challenge, trying to find one that looks the part and still really has the kind of the things that we're looking for with and can move and balance with. And so these do that to a high degree. I felt like as we kept moving forward, this was the one that I always landed on. She's not the stoutest in terms of just being the most opened up and the most aggressive, the widest. But I think there's plenty of that there. What she really does the best is consistently when we get her in motion or we get her on the side, she's just great looking. She's really awesome. I love the way her neck and shoulders set into her body, comes down the top of her skeleton. Really got a nice top line, really got a nice middle line. Hip and hind legs good. We get her in motion, she's very consistent. Again, that's probably in the top five. She's probably the least aggressive as you just read her down the top of her skeleton. So, but as we're really studying for the way we're built and constructed, I think she's usually the one that kind of surfaces and is the most consistent in being balanced and athletic, and I like her quite a bit. Ewan in second is more aggressive, really got a good turn to her body, really aggressive in her shape, turn to her hip is good, big old feet, big legs, wide coming at you. To me at times, gets a little tighter in her flank, a little rounder in her muscle, kind of wants to narrow up at her pants, close up at the ground. It's a little inconsistent there. We changed her, getting critical of Ewan, that's awfully good, presented well, does a lot of things very good. Ewan that comes next is improving. She's a little bigger outline, really long neck, really long spine. She's got more on her in terms of shape and dimension than you think. Love her feature, love her skeleton. She can move as athletic as any of them. To me, she just fits maybe a little on the bigger side, and she just doesn't have quite enough to her in terms of width. I'll just tone her down just a little bit there, and I see some really unique things about her. Ewan is getting up forward. Is one that's solid. That's got plenty of muscle and width. Balance is pretty good. To me, she just gets a little plainer in her skin, a little plainer in her body compared to those three in front of her. That's where I sorted her. Maybe looks a little more mature in her body depth. At times, a really nice Ewan and getting critical. The young lady does a great job of getting the film and presented well. But to me, maybe just doesn't have that extra look today as some of those in front of her. But we round out her top five with the stout one. Really opened up her knee page, big hip in her, can move pretty good. It's a little separated, and the front shoulder gets in front of herself, and she gets a little straighter off both ends of her skeleton compared to a very nice Ewan. Awesome way to end today with a great class, and congratulations to the team.
Thank you.
Paisley Carlson of Portland, California. Second, Natalie Bronwano of Ames, Iowa. Third, Sarah McCoy. Fourth, Sarah McCoy. Fifth, Kaylee Galindo. Sixth, Kennedy Mitchell. Seventh, Landon Bueller. Eighth, Ethan Baumberger. Ninth, Haley Lesnar. And 10th, Lexia Wilson. Right now is a selection of your Division III champion. Following this is a selection of your champion weather.
Well, as we concluded our last division, again, my compliments to the exhibitors, the families, and everybody involved with bringing an outstanding set of events over the last few hours. It's been really impressive as we kind of built up and waited. And obviously, we had a really strong second division. This third division has been really good. Really 10, 12, 15 deep in some of those classes. And I kind of said this yesterday about the weathers that, you find yourself jumping on the microphone and trying to debrief with your comments and trying to get some feedback. A lot of times it sounds like criticism, and so to take the time and say that again, really, really good and impressive is what I want to do. And we got some decisions to make here in this last division, and I think it's really close. I don't think it's clear cut. I think it comes down to a pair of new lambs that are a little different in kind, and you got to kind of weigh out some priorities. And then after that, I think it falls into place a little better, but with that said, a really, really strong division. If you will, put your hands together for Division 3. I'll go show you the final.
To your Division 3 champion, Casey Carlson, Orland, California. Reserve, Braden Bowers of Belmont, Wisconsin. Third overall, Landon Hewley of Silver Lake, Indiana. Fourth, Hadley Broadwater of Ames, Iowa. And fifth overall, Kennedy Mitchell of Lake Lake, Indiana. Entering now is the selection of the champion of the Bamboo.
I mentioned yesterday at the conclusion of the crossbred division on the Weathers that it's been a privilege to be here the last 2 years and then these 2 days of rain. Judging the market plans and the breeding ewes, I don't always go to places. I'm introduced to the revolt yesterday, so those of us that are talking that you don't always go places that you have expectations of how people are going to feed you or take care of you as a judge or whatever. But when you come here, I just know that there's a group of people that are invested in providing an opportunity and experience for families and the young people that is second to none. Really, they go the extra mile to do that. You can see it in everything that they do throughout the course of the year, and it culminates and shows a lot of hard work. So the crew that helps put this on, and I just get to witness it as I go to different places. It's spectacular. They do a great job. And so again, I want to give them a round of applause for what they do. They do an awesome job. We're coming to a close here. I'll keep my comments pretty brief. I talked to D-Lance pretty extensively in class, and I think it's pretty obvious what I like and where I put my priorities. I'm not big on handling them or getting up on them. I think that I'm very comfortable just taking some steps back and looking at the motion and the way that things come together and balance and the way the skeletons fit together. I think is really where I'm most comfortable, and I feel like I'm the most effective at judging livestock, and especially getting the ones that I like and kind of my emphasis of what I think they need to look like. And so if it bothers you that I didn't handle them or get up on them, I would just tell you that I wouldn't be very effective if I did that. I wouldn't be very comfortable. I feel a little bit more comfortable just looking at them and watching them move. And so I hope you can see when they come together, that's kind of what I like. I think these are special. I think anybody can like these kinds are out here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back one more time and put an order together 1 through 5. If you will, let's congratulate all these kiddos in the ring. And it's been a fun show. Thank you. Enjoy it.
Congratulations to your champion, Mother Danu, Macy Zerba of Roseville, Oregon. Reserve, Bella 10, of Act 8 on Ireland. Third, Macy Carlson, Orland, California. Fourth, Braden Bowers of Belmont, Wisconsin. Fifth, Avery Sutton, Covington, Indiana. Congratulations.